What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another TLEV Media video. I'm here at Universal Studios Hollywood because we have an entire Halloween Horror Nights construction update, and we got to talk a little bit more about Universal's mega movie summer. So why don't you join me on this extraordinary adventure? And we also have walls that have gone up for Raising Cane's, and this is actually way bigger than I thought the area was going to be. I thought it was just going to be over here, but they also have the walls right by the escalator, so it's taking up a lot of space for Cane's. And you know what? I'm not surprised because this will be packed all the freaking time, especially when it comes to horror nights. Dude, if they are not open till like 2 a.m., then they're really missing on a lot of money. Alrighty, you all know the drill. We're past security now. Oh, it is a little windy today, but we've got a lot going on right now in the park, not just for Halloween Horror Nights, but of course we'll be talking about that, but also preparation for the mega movie summer. A lot of things are already starting to go out, even though it starts June 13th. So we're gonna go check on all of that, and also, of course, construction update for Halloween Horror Nights 2025. Looks like Grad Bash is not over yet. I thought they were all done, but this could be the final week of Grad Bash as we are entering those final weeks of school. To all of those who are graduating, congratulations. Hope y'all are thriving out there as, you know, you guys are done. But anyways, we're in the park. And now right away we can see we've got signs going up over here for the Amity Island Cafe celebrating the 50th for Jaws. It's kind of cool to see that you can start getting some of the food already, and you do not have to wait for the mega movie summer to start June 13th. You can actually start getting some of these things. I'm already eyeing this Amity Island parfait right here. This thing looks delish, dude. Walking into the Universal Studio store, and as you guys can see, more 50th anniversary stuff for Jaws right here. Look at all of this. I love this setup. We got shirts. You have a freaking lunchbox right here if you want to take it to Amity Island, you know. You've got Jaws himself, Bruce, right there. You got a cool little cup right here. You got so much going on, so much merch, so much. You want a hat, you can get a dang hat. You want a yellow hat, you can get a dang yellow hat. Look, they got cups, they've got everything all over. Jaws. Alrighty, stop by Parisian Square over here. Talk a little bit of what's going on with this maze facade itself. Not much has changed since last week we were here. A lot of the same. I mean, well, what's changed is that they kind of brought it out a little farther. That's making me want to change my theory of this being like an older shack. I'm a little worried that we are looking at, once again, a mausoleum, as we've seen two already for both versions of Monstros. Now, could that mean, instead of an Islands of the Dolls maze, does that mean we're gonna get a Monstros Part 3? I hope not. I really hope not, because my problem with both Monstros, is that the routes were the exact same. The only things that changed were the monsters. That's all that changed. We had the same kind of like ending where you see Muerte at the end. We had this big puppet head, once again, just a different monster. We had a big animatronic, just different monster. Like, it was all kind of the same thing. Like, the route was the exact same. And I don't want us to do Monstros 3 because I'm worried it'll be a bit of a cop-out. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. If we get a Monstros 3, how are we feeling about it? Is it dark enough to bring for 2025? Or is it a weaker original maze? And UBE venue is now officially been closed off. There's no more Star Trek Red Alert sign. We still got this right here, which could be useful, actually. They might be leaving this for Horror Nights too. It does keep the final room a lot darker, so I wouldn't be surprised if we still see this. But UBE venue, it is closed. It is getting ready now for Halloween Horror Nights. And you guys got to remember, for this rumored maze right here. It's a big one. It is currently being rumored that in this area, which is essentially a soundstage itself, is going to be Fallout. I hope that's something that sticks until if it is announced. But Fallout is supposed to be coming to the event this year, and I think that'd be a lot of fun. Some people have said it's not scary, but you know, with the ghouls and all that kind of stuff, apocalyptic style stuff is pretty scary in my opinion. But you guys let me know in the comment section down below, if we were to get Fallout, would you think that's scary enough for Halloween Horror Nights? Alrighty, a little bit of an update here for the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. We have one of the coaster trains out for the public to see. I mean, well, it's really just for some testing to be able to move it around on the tracks to see how things are working, how it's being placed in all the areas. It is not taking off just yet. I'm pretty sure they're still doing a lot of electrical for that. So it seems like it's probably to practice just going for like the departure area, the arrival area, just like pulling it in and all that kind of stuff. But it's pretty cool to see. It's got 4 seats. It's not huge actually. I thought we were going to be fitting at least 8 people on each train, but you know, these carts seem to only be fitting 4. It's kind of cool to see that there's like zebra markings on it. I'm pretty sure it's that way they can tell where it's located and stuff like that, or maybe it's also to cover the paint. To be honest, I don't know for sure. You guys have to let me know in the comment section down below, but very cool to see this out and about. Wow. Alrighty, let's go on to the studio tour. Let's go see how some of the maze constructions are going. Particularly, I want to check on the JWQ one and of course the T-pad one. I believe the T-pad one is actually getting some details, so that'll be interesting to see what's going on. So let's go get on the studio tour.
Crossing that imaginary line, you got real working stages here to your left. Stage 11, that's home to the HBO Max original Hacks right now, starring Jean Smart. She's won an Emmy all 3 seasons of the show. Season 4 just kicked off recently, and you can look right inside the stage there, guys. The doors are open. It's like they're working on some sets now.
Stage 15.
Largest sets there. Mount Crumpet and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Mission Control, and another Ron Howard film, Apollo 13. So our stages, they go a long way and kind of giving us endless possibilities really with what we can bring to life. Whether that's recreating something or creating something from scratch. It doesn't exist out in the world at all. And there's plenty more to your right. 16 through 19. A lot of TV history in these sitcoms like The Jeffersons, Martin, Coach. Any Universal parks anywhere else in the world. It was just the Universal Studios tour here in Hollywood. So where it all began, and again, you guys are now a part of that, a very important part of our history. As we make our
Alrighty, we just got off of the studio tour. Very cool to see the detailing, the windows that are going in for T-pad. Loving that. You know, a little bit of change for the JW facade. There used to be those 2 sticks on the top of the facade. They're not there anymore. Very interesting to see that. And then of course, catching the H lot, that big old house. It seems like they're starting to do details for that also. So yeah, there is a lot going on. Those 3, it seems like particularly, are getting some changes, getting some details. But yeah, the JWQ, not having those sticks, I'm wondering if there's a pivot for the facade. But let's actually head over now to check on the Mummy Q and that farther shot of the JWQ. We got new work going on over here, kind of by the departure of the ride, the launch. Seems like either they're gonna put cement over here or maybe some foliage of some sort, but pushing it down, or you know what, this could also be extended line queue going on over here too. So very interesting to see. Time to move on to more of the line queue work, and also just making it look very pretty in this area, because right now, I mean, all we have is the tracks. I mean, so there's a lot to go down for sure. We're now by the Mummy Q location, one of the best locations in my opinion. We always have some pretty killer mazes in this location, but as you can see, the things that have changed is really the paint on here. We actually have black paint all over the facade right now. And this is something I don't think I've ever seen done before for the facades. You know, all the times that we've done construction updates, I don't think I've ever seen this. You know, we've seen black walls, that's for sure. Yes, we have seen those. But, you know, black facades like this, never seen this before. So it's kind of making me think like, okay, this black paint that we're seeing, you know, usually if they're doing primers, they're white or a little light brown, never really black. So are they doing this black primer because there's going to be additional maybe foliage that needs to go on this, that's got to make it look like it's in the wilderness or in some kind of environment that's in the dark? You know, we've been speculating about this location and going based off of rumors that, you know, this might be the Friday the 13th maze or the Jason Universe maze if we're gonna have multiple Jasons. If that's the case, you know, this could totally be a Camp Crystal Lake, you know, welcome to Camp Crystal Lake kind of facade where we have a bunch of trees all over the place, and maybe they can even put some stars on these black walls with all the foliage, so it looks like it's the dark, and it looks like that you are entering the campgrounds of Camp Crystal Lake. I think that'd be really cool. I mean, I've seen that a lot of talks have been going around. You know, we've seen from HHN 365 that they have this idea with this facade to be the campgrounds. They are entering actually one of the log cabins in the camp, so could be totally possible that is what the facade is. But what do you guys think? Have you guys ever seen, I mean, I've never, let me know in the comment section down below if you guys have seen the facades painted black like this before. I particularly have never, but what do you guys think? Where are we going with this facade? Let me know in the comment section down below.
Gentlemen, that's going to be it for my time here at Universal Studios Hollywood. You know, a lot of things are probably being done inside of the Horror Nights houses. A lot of the construction might be going on inside, because on the outside couldn't see that much that's different. We do know that they're working on the UBE venue and working on the Soundstage 15 one as they're trying to tear out all that stuff to get the construction going in for those. So there's probably a lot of focus going on for those. And then there is that little bit of change we saw with the JWQ facade. I hope that doesn't mean it is a different IP. I still hope it's the same thing. But with all of that, as you can see, Horror Nights construction still just changing weekly. We also now can see a lot going down for the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. They are bringing out the coaster carts, and that is really awesome to see. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified every time we post a video. We got social media. It is TLEV Media all across the board. And with all of that being said, my name is Mr. E. I'll see you guys on the next extraordinary adventure.